memory management, multi-step processing of a user program. So user program execution involves the following steps. First step, the source program is converted to the object module by the compiler or assembler. So compiler or assembler is used to convert the source program to the object module. Then linkage editor, this will help in loading the module to the loader, and any other object modules are there, that is done through linkage editor and loaded back to the loader by with the help of the loader. Then system library, all these features come under the loader system library. So linkage editor, load module and loader, so this completely termed as a load time. So what are the steps involved in load time process? Then after loading the program into the loader, finally the binary memory image of the program is formed here through dynamic linking process. So with the help of the system library and dynamically loaded system library, that is through loader and system library, dynamic linking process is done here, and a binary memory image of the program is returned back in this multiprocessing user program steps. So at the end you will get the runtime or execution time. So this particular part of the program, that is the ending part of this particular multi-step processing of a user program, is termed as a execution time. So there are three steps involved in multi-processing of a user program: compile time, load time and execution time. Swapping. A swapping is a process of swapping the process from one particular user space to the backing store. So a process can be swapped temporarily out of the memory to a backing store and then brought back into the memory for the continued execution. So if a process is not required for you, then you have to store, or you can store the process into the memory in a backing store. So here there is a diagrammatic representation of the backing store, and this is the main memory. In the main memory, operating system and user space. Here processes will be existing. So here in the main memory, processes will be existing. So if a process is not necessary, then it will be temporarily swapped out of the memory back to the backing store. So here there are two processes, P1 and P2. Process P1, process P2, it is stored in the backing store and then brought back to the memory once again. So it is brought back once again into the memory for the continued execution. Backing store, it is a fast disk large enough to accommodate copies of all memory images for all users. Roll out, roll in process. So swapping is also termed as roll out, roll in process. Swapping variant used for priority based scheduling algorithm. Lower priority process is swapped out, so higher priority processes can be loaded and executed later. So you have to remember here, a process can be swapped out temporarily out of a memory to a backing store and then can be brought back into the memory for the continued execution. This particular term is nothing but swapping. And what is the meaning of a backing store? It is a fast disk that is very large enough to accommodate copies of all memory images for all the users, and all the processes will be stored here if it is temporarily not required by the main memory. All the processes will be stored in the backing store. Contiguous allocation, multiple partition allocation. So look at the diagram here. In the operating system there are several processes here. So process 5, process 8, process 2. Process 8 is removed from here, and process 5 and process 9 and process 2. So process 9 is a new process introduced here. Process 10, a new process introduced here when compared to the previous diagram. So here there are certain terms and some allocation partitions. That is, there are two different types of allocation partitions. So first we will go on to the multiple partition. multiple partition allocation. Whole block of available memory, holes of various sizes are scattered throughout the memory. It is a block of available memory. So space available to store the process. It is scattered throughout the memory. So when a process arrives, it is allocated memory from a hole large enough to accommodate it. So when a process arrives into a memory, it is allocated with a block from the memory. That block is nothing but a hole which is large enough to accommodate that particular process. Operating system maintains information about allocated partitions and free partitions. So here in the operating system, all the processes are occupied, and here one hole is formed. A process is removed from here, and here one part of the hole is occupied, that is process 9 is occupied by this particular hole, but still a small part of this particular block is left empty, so that another process can accommodate here, that is process 10, that can be accommodated here. This is just an example to understand the available block of memory, or how the whole of various sizes allocated to the processes when a process arrives into the memory. Dynamic storage allocation problem. So how to satisfy a request of size n from a list of free holes? There are three different methods here: first fit, best fit and worst fit. Allocate the first hole that is big enough, that is first fit. Best fit, allocate the smallest hole that is big enough. Must search entire list unless ordered by the size. So produces the smallest leftover hole. So allocates the smallest hole that is big enough, but there might be a small part of the leftover hole here. Worst fit, allocate the largest hole, must also search entire list. So in order to allocate the largest hole, the entire memory has to be searched here in order to find out the largest hole. Produces the largest leftover. If the process is very small, then the leftover of the hole might be very large. First fit and best fit methods, these are a more better method when compared to the worst fit in terms of speed and storage utilization. So these are some of the allocation problems, that is dynamic allocation problem, dynamic storage allocation problem. Once again, it is divided into three different types of methods: first fit, best fit and worst fit. First fit allocates the first hole that is big enough. Best fit allocates the smallest hole that is big enough. Must search entire list unless ordered by the size. Produces the smallest leftover. Worst fit, it will search for, the memory is entirely searched for the largest hole in order to allocate the space for the process. So if the process is very small, then it may produce a very big large leftover here, leftover part of the hole. So the first fit and the best fit methods, these are the more better method or the best method when compared to the worst fit in terms of speed and storage utilization. Fragmentation issues. Fragmentation, external fragmentation, internal fragmentation. External fragmentation, total memory space exists to satisfy the request, but it is not contiguous. Contiguous memory allocation already you have seen in the previous slide. Internal fragmentation, allocation of the memory may be slightly larger than requested memory. So this size difference is memory internal to the partition but not being used. So here the allocated memory might be slightly larger than the requested memory. So it means that process might be smaller, the allocated memory might be larger. So this size difference is memory internal to a partition, but that particular part of the memory is not being used. So it is nothing but internal fragmentation. Reduce external fragmentation by compaction. This is one method to overcome the external fragmentation. How to reduce the external fragmentation? One method is compaction. Shuffle memory contents to place all free memories together in one large block. So one method is shuffle the memory contents to place all the free memory together in a one large block. So one large block is formed by shuffling all the memory together. All the free memory is shuffled together to form a single block. Compaction is possible only if reallocation is dynamic and is done at the execution. So here, what are the problems occurred in the compaction? Latch job in memory while it is involved in a input output. Do input output only into the operating system buffers. Certain problems exist here. Latch job in the memory while it is involved in the input output and do input output into the OS buffers.